Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while, and that is actually for a reason, you see. I have a lot of work to do. I have my real life job that I have to do, which is sometimes full shifts and sometimes it's like half shifts. And well, of course, I still did try to play, New Genesis, especially like right up to the Stia release. But something gone wrong and my game got corrupted and it seems like Steam just wanted me to re-download the whole game and yada yada. So I had to not play the Stia release for like a week or so until I can actually manage to get my game up and running because 100 gigabytes for me is like very huge, especially with my internet speed here in Southeast Asia. So there's that. But other than that, my after playing Stia region for like some while, you know, I was actually thinking that Stia region is probably able to, carry the whole content until we see the next seasonal event or until next year. But unfortunately, Stia is exactly what I currently expected. It's a smaller island, and well, look at the world. If you look at the whole map of it, it's definitely much smaller in comparison to the scale of what Kawaris and Bretem and Alio has been. It's probably understandable if they wanted to make it like a evil volcano factory of some sorts, but it's the first time that we have seen a smaller map in New Genesis, which means that it's much more compact in terms of like what regions that you can explore. And unfortunately, most of the whole map as well, you can't really explore the whole map. It's very limited in like in the opening zone only, and the only places that you can actually access is the combat zones that you can actually access is really limited. And unfortunately, also I believe the north part of the map, it's only filled up with lava because I believe that specific region was originally planned to be like the Rayjord Gorge of Stia, which I believe they subsequently cancelled because of how bad the Rayjord Gorge in Quarries region has been. Not everybody is enjoying having your health continuously being diminished like in Rayjord Gorge. So I guess after the backlash, they had to remove that whole content entirely. I believe that was like supposed to be our end game content, but it's got cancelled. So it became a lava pit, and that's it. And there is a lot more gigantics roaming around in Stia region, which makes it probably one of the most dangerous regions so far in terms of like all of the regions in all of Alpha. But at the same time, it's actually pretty fun because that actually just cements the fact that Stia region is not just the final island; it's actually one of the toughest region to survive in, and I guess the reason why this whole story mode happened is because of this region being that harsh, I guess. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, Quarries and Retem is pretty harsh, but I guess the Retem is still alright, while Quarries is a bit more harsh because of the cold weather. But man, the heat and everything else that's actually happened in Stia is probably even harsher because every one of those warriors face is actually incompetent. They are not like just randomly joining you first for no reason. They are part of the elite squad that Guren, Glenn actually captains them. So it's not like they are just random arcs members from nowhere. I mean, we do actually have some Alio. We do have some Central City, arcs members joining us as a reconnaissance, but really, reconnaissance team is not really a combat-based kind of a team. So yeah, I guess there's that. And we have us, our gang, with your character, and of course Manon and I9. That's it. There's nothing much really in this story, other than there are some cool cutscenes that involves you more than in comparison to like the past regions. And I believe there will be more side stories releasing in the future, just to explaining a lot of plot holes on what is going on here, and why, why there's a factory of that can actually house the whole Dark Files and so on. It's still a lot of mystery on why Dark Files is still here. And I really hope, Sega can resolve this in the future, because I know the 4Gamer article has, boosted everybody's morale a little bit, despite still having a lot of copium stuff. But the 4Gamer article was released right on the moment when they are finishing Stia. So I don't really think they are going to apply all those principles on the Stia region. And I think they're going to apply it on the next year instead, because, when a game reaches the third year, or when a game reaches like the second year or so, they need to have something interesting. They need to have something that is, how to say, a wow factor on their live service games, especially like a game like New Genesis that hangs around like, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 players every day, and it's not really that good, if you ask me. I know there are more players on other platforms, but really the Steam numbers are just like a scale on how much players are actually playing. And unfortunately, I believe most of the players just play for the sake of the fashion, gameplay, and maybe because of the combat once in a while, and they are probably playing very casual. So, Stia is fine. The design is fire, the critters are cute, the whole environmental feeling, the music, everything is just amazing. But it's just that, but again, it's just it can't even hold a candle to last for like a week or so. And I believe if you are hardcore enough, if you are able to rush enough, and you are lucky enough to get the endgame weapon that is called the Gunblade series, then it's not really much you can do except for collecting resources here and there again, and maybe doing some seasonal urgent quests and seasonal limited quests, and that's it. So it's probably back to hiatus status again, unless I find something new in the Stia region. That's all, and I don't really want to make this video much more longer. Hope to see you guys again later soon in the future, and hopefully, in the future when there's anything up, I'm going to make more videos. And if you like my content, please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Sayonara.